Hey everyone, this is Jen. I hope everybody's good. Thank you for being here. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I'm here with an energy update in regards to the spring equinox, which happens tomorrow, March 20th. So, on this eve of the March equinox, oh my God, you may already feel it. Those changes bubbling in the background. There is also a full moon happening. You may feel that as well. The sleep patterns have been really disturbed lately. So many people have been receiving new information and new education during sleep time. And a lot have been receiving those same information um, during the day. It really depends how we work. But I'm here with this energy update, and I'm going to talk about the twin flames as well. But I want to focus more on the collective energies because being a twin flame is one thing, but if we are not mastering our energy first in what's going on in the world, we're kind of missing the boat. So it's really important that we understand that it starts with us. And this spring equinox will be a major game changer for everyone, including the twin flames and including you. Like a lot of things will be revealed as surprises. I never thought it would happen this way. I never thought this would happen. I never saw it coming. This equinox is more than powerful. I don't even have the right words to express how it's going to affect us. But foremost, what's really important is that if you've done a share amount of work and you are awakened and you've been on a spiritual path for quite a while, what's important at this time is for you to hold the space for what is about to happen. And it's nothing negative, nothing bad, but we all know that good things or blessings are sometimes happening through weird or negative experiences and situations for us to understand them. So when we say it's a blessing in disguise, it's for us to realize that there's always two sides to a story or to a perception, and we shall never forget that there's more happening behind the veil. And this full moon and equinox will take the veil off. In my past videos, I was talking about backing up our words and being authentic and making sure that we use the right intentions or energy when we speak. And this is all leading us to what's about to happen. So at this point, anyone who's calling themselves a light worker, awakened being, and so on, this is a huge step forward that we're about to take. And holding still and balance for others that are about to start their spiritual journey or level up on their spiritual journey is really extremely important. To hold the balance, otherwise it's going to be chaos. And through chaos, we often tend to see that there's always a silver lining to everything. But to minimize this turbulence, just being really in our center and in balance within ourselves is going to change everything and is going to help us just go through this shift. It's a huge one for everybody. And it's really a time to embody energies of patience and compassion towards people that will start their awakening journey and will start their how can I say it? They will start questioning themselves and their reality as they've always known. They will start questioning everything that they've been doing or been through. And for some, it may be something difficult to do, or um, it may make them insecure. So it's really a time to have a steel hand in a velvet glove, to just act in love and support these people. That's why we're here. Again, the 3 waves of volunteers that Dolores Cannon was speaking about, that so many QHHT practitioner, or the other one, the Beyond Quantum Healing practitioner, are talking about. This new earth, the event. This is another part happening and being revealed, or unveiled, or it's the sequel to what we've been through in the past year. And I know that for a lot of people, this past year was challenging. I know it was for me, in the sense of those energies coming in. It was nonstop. It was at times very heavy and hard to deal with. Just know that we're not done with this. We're still going to receive those energies and those physical symptoms. In this past year, the physical symptoms were really intense for me. The heart palpitations, the masculine side, or the divine masculine waking up. My God, it was giving me a lot of physical symptoms, and we're not done. The skin problems, the itchiness, the all kinds of skin ailment. But really, our heart chakra is about to bust open or crack open for us to embody a heart-based life. I've mentioned this before, and now it's showtime. The practice is over. We're on our own right now, and it's time to embody a heart-based living and to be real and authentic. So let's not do what we don't feel like doing. Let's just be real, put boundaries, speak our truth, and hold space for the people that have been refusing to see their own truth. Now they can't. The veil is being taken away. They can't. And it will show up in many different ways. That's where the chaos might happen if things are not handled properly. And I'm not saying this to introduce fear in any way. This is in the unified field, and it's what's happening. We're all going to feel it. So let's not jump into, oh my God, I don't know what's happening. Let's just hold hands all together and help each other out and just hold the balance. If we go rogue, we're gonna run into problems and we're gonna make it harder on ourselves. It's really a time to surrender, really, especially for the divine feminine. The divine feminine has been working very hard for many years for some, and has been difficult to be patient and not always seeing the physical progress in our reality. And for some, waiting for the divine masculine to awaken further was also hard. It's not always easy to know something or know that something is going to happen, and being unable to talk about it, being unable to express our truth because people are not ready to hear the truth. Well, with this equinox, whether they want it or not, whether they chose it or not, they're ready. They will be ready, because there is no more time to be hiding behind false masks, false identities, or away from our truth. And so many people have been opening doors and paving the way. We're there. So it's really a time to celebrate this achievement and not to not focus on the negative side of this shift, but to focus on the positive. Yes, it may be boring to have to surrender once more. It may be boring to not sleep well or have all these physical symptoms. But as we move forward and focus on the positive, that's how we shifted this situation and this energy. And that's how we will anchor it physically. And this is what's going on right now. We are anchoring physically what has been going on the spiritual levels for such a long time, years for some people. For years, they've been feeling like this and battling and trying to speak their truth, but so many people weren't ready to hear that or to even start to listen. Now is the time. So, really, it's a time to celebrate. This equinox might not be all smooth and calm, but it is a very positive thing that is about to happen to us. Now, the full moon will also happen, and it's going to be a really intense period to heal, release, and purge. So it's really a time to just go within at the root cause of everything that is keeping us from moving forward or keeping us from accessing the next level, and to just release it. And the way to release it is, first of all, to accept it, to forgive, to release in love. When we forgive others, we must forgive ourselves as well. By forgiving ourselves, we find freedom to move towards the next thing. And for people who have been on this path for a long time, you are feeling this, you know that the next thing is just around the corner. We just have that last mile to run, which is often the hardest. But it's just around the corner. And it's gonna show up and manifest in our physical reality as we move forward. It's not a time to sit at home and wait for shit to happen. It's a time to make it happen. But make it happen in the right way, from the heart, not from the mind, not from the ego. This thing is done for good. Anybody at this point who will keep up with their ego will have a very hard time. I'm not saying that they're not going to succeed, but they will have a hard time because we are not meant to follow our ego. We are meant to follow our heart. And it's been scientifically proven. We have neurons in the heart, much more powerful than the ones that we have in the brain. We thought for the longest time that the most powerful organ in the body was the brain. It is in a way because it's a command center, a control center, but the heart is the master. The heart is everything. It's the engine. It's the master of everything in the body. So it's really a time to get aligned and keep our energy clear. That's what the divine masculine is in the process of finding out and understanding and aligning to. A lot of divine masculine have been resisting their divine truth, have been resisting their spiritual path, or resisting their healing process because they were stuck in their ego. And a lot of them now have let go of what they thought they needed to be, of what they thought they were, or all this pressure that was coming from outside or even themselves. they let that go. They are aligning to what their soul wants. Therefore, this is a huge progress for unions, and I don't talk about unions very often because too many people are hanging on to this twin flame journey like it's the end of the world. It's something beautiful to go through, it's something to embrace and to honor, but it's not the driver of your life. You are, and your heart is. And of course, if you're in a twin flame connection, you're going to say, yeah, but my twin flame is me. Yes, but it starts with you and always with you, not with something outside of you. So this equinox is going to change the game for everyone. And like I often like to say, don't hate the player, hate the game. Meaning, don't hate, because poor choice of words here, I'm sorry. What I really should have said is, don't change the player, but change the game. Play this game as if your life is depending on it, which it is in a way. Play this game as if you're going to win $1 million at the end, or no matter what you want to get. Play this game like there's no redo. Play it well the first time. If you mess up, that's okay, because really there's no messing up at the end of the day. But going in, all in, or head first, or with your 2 feet all at once, not having 1 foot in, 1 foot out, this time is over. This time is over. There's no more time to be in between. It's, you make a decision. If you're a poker player, that time when you say, okay, I'm all in, and you push all your chips on the table, you're all in. This is a time to make that decision and to embody that decision no matter what happens. Because we're always tested. We're always going through some situation that will test our faith, our trust, our patience, our convictions, our core and who we are. But if you stand tall and in balance and you embody your truth, there is no way you can fail at this. There is no way anybody can fail at this, no matter what the outside circumstances or situations are. That's an illusion. There's something else happening behind the veil. There's always something else going on in the background, always. So don't hang on to what your eyes are seeing. Hang on to what your heart is saying or feeling or making you feel. Hang on to that and follow that in everything that you do, everything, every little task that you do during the day. Follow your heart. This is where the magic happens. This is where you're going to see things you never thought possible manifest in your life, and just show up and be like, oh, I didn't see this coming. This is amazing. This is how we're meant to live. This is how we're meant to be. And it has a ripple effect on everyone because we're all one. So really, this is like I said, the next phase of the event, the next phase of embodying our truth in our soul, like integrating that physically. So that's why the physical symptoms are really high at this point. They will remain like that also for a little bit until this energy passes or calms down or shifts. So really, when that happens, we need to surrender and just accept it and even embrace it and love this process, knowing that we are transforming into something better, in higher versions of ourselves. And if you're in a twin flame connection, that's the whole point. That's why it starts with you. You need to do it first to be able to embody it in a connection with someone else. Other than that, the divine masculine, well, yeah, they're awakening further, deeper, higher. They're awakening. They're seeing their truth. They are seeing their path, the ones that they were unable to see before, the one that they were unable to follow before because they were too much in their ego for some, or still too much asleep. Now most of them are awakened. So follow your guidance when it comes to that. Don't rush into things. Again, patience is key for the next few months. Patience to let things unfold organically, naturally, divinely. Patience to attract the right things. Because if you act out of an impulse or being impatient or frustrated, you're going to create that even more and you're going to attract that to yourself. So that goes for choosing the right words as well. Let's be careful what we say and how we speak of others. Let's love others and not judge, and let go of judgment. And if you find yourself in a situation where you have a hard time reaching forgiveness, you have a hard time forgiving someone for what they did to you or for a situation that happened to you that created pain or problems, the way to go about this is to wish them luck, love, compassion, and ask for them to see their lessons, to ask for them to learn their lessons. Through the unified field, it will have a ripple effect on them. Send them love, even if it's hard. I know it's not easy when we're angry to send love because it's two opposite emotions, but really that's how we can transmute a painful situation. And really it's time to let all of this go. Whatever happened in the past couple of years must stay in the past, must be forgiven, must be healed. It's over. It's done. There is no use in having any kind of negative feelings or emotions towards what happened. There is no use in carrying on with the anger. There is no use. Bless what happened. Bless the situations, because you should start seeing the silver lining of those situations and those people that were involved in it. Bless the change that came with having to go through that. Because for sure, change happened. Try to focus on that. Try to see that as you work on forgiving. As you work on reaching that level where you're able to see it with enough distance that you're able to say, okay, this happened to me, but it's not me. It's not running my life. It's not running my thoughts. I release that. I heal that. And for the ones that were in it and created the negative feelings or situations, I hope only the best for them. And for their highest good, I hope that they see what they need to learn. And I hope that they reach a higher version of themselves through that situation. Since we're all one and related through the unified field, imagine if everybody was able to do that on a daily basis. Life would be so much sweeter and lighter. Well, this spring equinox is going to bring a little bit more of that. We're not done. We're still going to have to go through major shifts and energy waves and all of that. And nasty physical symptoms that are sometimes so annoying. But hey, that's part of the game. So for the next few days, watch out, as it may be intense. So just stay calm. Do not be surprised if you get any kind of heart palpitation that feels totally different. Of course, if you feel that there's something wrong with you, seek out medical advice. But our heart chakra is being expanded, and is being worked on in ways that we've never felt before. So it may translate into heart palpitation or uh, pain in the chest, feeling like your chest is too small for your heart, night sweats, or even day sweats, like sweating more because we need to purge those toxic energies from our DNA, from our cells. Um, or losing your hair more because it may be stressful for your body, so you may react as losing your hair, or just feeling like you don't belong anywhere, like you don't belong. Just hold still, just hold on. This is gonna slow down once we pass this full moon and equinox. It's going to change, and you're going to feel like, oh, this is why I felt like I didn't belong, because everything is changing. We're right in the middle of this shift, so we need to integrate it a bit more physically in our physical reality for us to feel it, really feel it as we embody it. It will change, so let's just all be patient. And trust me, the divine masculine will be feeling their own stuff at their own pace when they're ready to receive it. They are going through all kinds of physical changes as well. Some of them are not aware of it, but some are really aware of it and wondering what is happening, or remembering, oh, this is what my twin was talking about, or this is what this person was talking about when they were talking about that kind of stuff. Now they are able to relate to past events that they could not understand when they happened. And now they're able to look back on them and say, okay, I really wasn't understanding that at all at the time. Now I am. Because I went through this, I went through that, and I went through so much, and I changed so much that I'm able to see. I see wider. I have a wider vision now. Because before they used to be in this tunnel vision of what they thought they needed to be, or what they thought they were. And now they can't. They can't be in that tunnel anymore. So they are being worked on very hard. Anyways, that's it for now. Thank you for being here. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can do so using my Facebook page at Indigo Girls Readings, using my Instagram at indigogirl555, or using my email, indigogirl555 at gmail.com. Thank you so much for being here. Happy equinox to everyone. Happy full moon. Let's just be in balance, really in balance all together. And let's enjoy the show. Thanks. Be well.